Grand Rising. How's it going? I'm going to be talking about the benefits of fasting and conversations with God, which just means when we have no food, we start to get more spiritual food. So keep tuning in to learn how fasting can not only help you achieve a sense of mental clarity, a better sense of spiritual connection, but also help you lose weight, help you undo a lot of the things that you've done to yourself. So if you want to continuously listen to this podcast, keep tuning in as I dwell into this subject. If you would like to subscribe, go to edtalksdaily.com, subscribe to the podcast, and you'll be able to listen to a daily personal growth and motivation session. Once again, my name is Edward Giles, aka the Holistic Motivator. I am grateful to be here to serve you today. Thank you all for watching. This episode is going to be about the benefits of fasting and conversations with God. All right. So, fasting, what is it, right? Is it speeding up? Is it slowing down? Is it fast? Is fasting fast or is it slow? Well, let's say fasting is not speeding up, fasting is slowing down. What do I mean by that? It's letting your intestines, letting your colon, letting your stomach, your entire digestive tract, letting it take a little rest, right? We work so hard, why not let it rest? So fasting includes intaking food or no food in the sense of fluid, right? So we call this feasting. Now, I'm drinking juice. You might say, hey, I thought you're not supposed to be eating anything. Well, we're not going to eat anything that causes our digestive system to work, right? We're going to drink stuff that just within 15 minutes, our digestive system extracts the nutrients and delivers it to our brains and to energize us, and then that's it. So instead of spending an hour or two to digest, you just did it in 15 minutes. That gives you more time to converge your digestive and reproductive into shin, which is why I said it's not just fasting, but it's also conversations with God. And what I mean by that is, as you achieve physical clarity, as you clean up and allow the food that's backed up to leave, we also allow some of the tension in our lives to leave. And we also can sit in silence and get in touch and get in communication with God more. So as we fast, it isn't just something we're going to do for the body, it's something you also do for your spiritual body, right? So it's letting go of putting so much extra stuff in and allowing you to download what you need in order to move forward, right? Sometimes we're full of so we're not able to download the blessings or the light that's gonna lighten our path. So when we clear up our stomach and we clear up our large and small intestines and we clear up our colon, what we're allowing uh, our bodies to download what we know we ought to do, right? We're allowing our mind to be freed from toxic thoughts to more clean thoughts. All right, so let's talk about the neocortex, right? Is, whenever you do something like you eat a bunch of ice cream and chips right before you go to sleep, the neocortex will kick in and says, why did you do that? Right? The neocortex keeps you on track. The neocortex is like your higher self, right? Right? And maybe I'm using the wrong word. Okay? So as you start to understand that your decisions are almost being looked over by the neocortex, then we can start to understand what's actually happening. So we have the mammalian brain, and then we have we're more elevated when we're able to not only operate out of our physical desires, we're able to be spiritually guided. That's when we have what I would say a better sense of direction. Okay? So let's see who's tuning in. If you're just watching this, share this video to 5 friends, right? Share this video to 5 friends and comment done. All right. So are you backed up with toxins that you want to leave your body? Are you filled with ailments? Do you have parasites? Are you bloated? Do you feel sluggish and tired all the time? I want to ask you all of these things because this is going to tell you a lot about where you're at, right? Are you tired all the time? Do you feel sluggish? Do you have stomach cramps? Like, what's actually happening with you on a daily basis, right? What's happening with you on a daily basis? So I want you to do a self-analysis before we move forward. Is what's happening with you on a daily basis? Is your stomach acting up? Is your When you go to the bathroom, does it hurt? Do you spend more than 10 minutes in the bathroom? Right? I want to ask you this question. Do you spend more than 10 minutes on the toilet? Okay? So if you spend more than 10 minutes in the toilet, then that is a sign that you need a cleanse. Okay? What's another sign that you need a cleanse? If it's hard to go to the toilet, that means you need a cleanse. So if you spend over 10 minutes in the bathroom and it's hard to go, then you need to cleanse. What else? If you don't go to the bathroom within a few hours when you wake up, you're probably not operating on your body clock. So if when you wake up, you don't feel the urge to excrete the feces, then it means that your body is being thrown off, right? The clock is being thrown off. Maybe you're eating too early, eating too late, eating the wrong things. So you have to follow these things. So am I spending a lot of times on the toilet? Does it hurt? And when I wake up, how many hours before I go to the bathroom, right? So if right when you wake up, you're on the toilet, then something is happening with you, and it's a good thing, as in you are operating efficiently and your body clock, the circadian rhythm, is actually happening in an effective way. So now, there is something called your body clock. At different times throughout the day, your organs are operating in its most efficient, right? So the Chinese body clock goes by the elements, but guess which organ is being actually most in use when you wake up, let's say around 5 to 7, right? So we, as early risers, we wake up from 5 to 7, right? That's, if you're really about this holistic lifestyle, 5 to 7, you're up. So what's working around that time? Your large intestine is waking up. It's ready to release the bowels. This is why it's so effective between 5 and 7 to meditate, to get you in your spiritual elevation, because your large intestine is saying, hey, I'm ready to get rid of all the physical food and I'm ready to download the spiritual food. So between 5 and 7 a.m., you have a chance to rid your body of the physical food so you can fuel yourself with the spiritual food, right? So that's why some people wake up, they go to the bathroom. I'd suggest you go to the bathroom, then you sit in prayer. Or you go to the bathroom and after then you meditate, you drink your detoxifying water and you meditate, and then you pray, and then you study. Why? Because there's a sense of clarity. I was backed up, I got rid of the feces, now I'm ready to grind. Another thing about the morning is you sweat a lot when you sleep, right? So when you wake up, you might not only feel stank, You don't feel stinky. But you sweat, so you feel stinky. That's why you want to take a shower. And then at the same time, um, you could really you smell your breath, right? You smell your breath. It's as if your stomach is saying, "Hey, let's go and let's purify our bodies." So we're up. Drink some water now, because not now you've depleted a lot of your reservoir of water. So you want to drink yourself. You want to drink some detoxifying water. A basic mix is lemon and cucumber, right? That's as simple as it is. Some people say, I'm gonna toss some mint in there. Some people let it sit overnight with some crystals. Some people got the alkaline filter, and then they filter it, put it in some crystals, and put the lemon. But I found out that if you leave lemon in your if you leave lemon in your water overnight, it becomes super, super, super bitter, right? And then it's also doesn't taste good. So I would say keep switching out the lemon in the mornings, okay? So you wake up, you went to the bathroom, you've rid of your body of the feces, now you've replenished your water, and then now you meditate or you pray or you study, you devote, right? That's your conversation with God. Conversation with God meaning that, hey, I'm backed up, so I'm gonna clean myself up, and then now I'm gonna fuel my spirit with the word, or I'm gonna have a conversation with God. Now, when I say conversation with God, I'm referring to God, right? However, conversation with God can also mean you being in touch with your higher power. And I was talking about the neocortex and how you have something within you that watches over you that says you shouldn't be doing that. You should be taking this path. You know better. You should be doing better, or hey, don't accept this anymore. So you get these sensations. It's like it's the God within that's directing you, the light within you that's directing you, right? Or I know it as the Holy Spirit. So when we clear our bodies, we can get in touch, because now we're able to sit in silence. It's better to meditate with an empty stomach and a cleared small or large intestine. Okay, so that's what I meant by conversations with God. It's not just, hey, I'm gonna pray. It's not just, hey, I'm gonna meditate, but it's also, hey, I'm gonna tap into my higher self. Okay, so I just want to clear that up. So in the morning, be conscious of your circadian rhythm, and then understand that. Okay, so now between 7 and 9 a.m., based on the Chinese body clock, your stomach is now working. Okay, so now we would think, hey, I'm gonna eat some breakfast now because my stomach is ready to digest. Well, now is a good time to start to run, walk. What if you just say, okay, I am gonna eat a large meal right when I wake up? Where the perfect time for you to be exercising, moving, now you're eating. Now you just break your fast, so you've actually missed out on some benefits of fasting because you ate right at 8. So if you don't eat right at 8, if you don't eat right at 8, you give your stomach time to be able to just soak in the nutrients rather than digest the food, making you sluggish when you should be walking or focusing. So rather than eating eggs and mucus forming foods, it's better to drink a juice, right? So this is called intermittent fasting. When we cut off the time we ate the day before, meaning 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. or whatever, we wait 16 hours until the next day, and then we eat solid food. But for breakfast, you can just have a juice. One is you can have no food at all, or you can fuel your cells. Like I said, within 15 minutes of drinking this, I'm gonna feel the effects because my intestines don't have to digest the fiber, right? Or it doesn't have to, it doesn't have to digest that much. It just soaks in the nutrients. Now, it's good to juice. It's also good to eat the raw vegetable because what? It has the fiber, which is going to be like a broom, which goes into your small and large intestine and cleans it out. right? So that's the benefit of the fiber. But by also just drinking the juice, we're just soaking in all that good energizing foods, the nutrients of this, the enzymes. And now we're energized. We go for a walk. We're focused in the office. We're doing the top rated list. So you don't want to slow yourself down before you starts to speed up. So fasting is a lot about slowing down how much you're putting in, slowing down how much, how much you're putting in and how fast you put it in. Okay, so between 9 and 11 a.m., your spleen is now working, right? So now your spleen is converting your food into chi. As in, your spleen is converting your food into essence. It's converting your food into energy. Chi is your life force energy. So as your spleen converts the food to life force energy, if the spleen says, hey, I have to break down this fatty or this highly a lot of oil in this food, or I have to break down this mucus forming food, or this very acidic fruits, that might not be beneficial, right? So you want your spleen to turn the food into chi in a way that is going to get you clarity, right? You don't want to convert dead foods into life force energy, because are you going to have life or are you going to have a dead life, right? So what do I mean by that? If you eat animal products, it's as if your life force energy is it's like taking the graveyard, putting it in your belly, and then expecting life to sprout out. So now I focus on being plant-based. I don't necessarily tell you, hey, you can't eat fish, you can't eat meat. Who am I to tell you what you can and cannot eat? It's not my choice, it's not my decision. So I promote plant-based. So I'm not telling you not to eat what you eat, but I'm saying, can we at least leave it till the afternoon, right? So if you're just getting started, I'm just saying, can you at least leave this food to the afternoon so that when your large intestine wakes up, release the bowel so you can get in touch with God, you can do it. When your stomach is digesting, you still have the energy to walk and exercise and do things. And then when your spleen is converting it to your life force energy, you can now convert it into better, more vital energy rather than energy that slows you down. Okay, so we don't want to convert dead foods into a living being. So eat things that bring life to your life, bring life to your cells, adds light to you, right? Those are vegetables or fruits. So in the morning, one of the best things to eat are fruits. Now, of course, there's a concept of acidic and alkaline foods. We're not gonna get into that, right? Because there's so much, and you might be thinking, is this acidic, is this alkaline? I'm just referring to the idea of doing the intermittent fast when you last ate your food at 8 p.m., honoring your body clock, and then eating again by 12, right? Now, by 12, blood circulation is happening. So around 12 p.m., 12 noon, your blood circulation, a lot of blood is circulating, you have more high energy. This is the time you would eat lunch. So by not eating breakfast, you've converted this nice enzyme food into life force energy. By the time you get to 12 noon, now you're like, let's circulate the blood. Now, mind you, this is going to give you your energy for the next 5 or 7 hours. If you're at your job or whatever, you're in the office. So why would we start eating foods that have been either robbed of their nutrients, overcooked, or take longer time to digest? Why would we choose to eat lunch, cooked meal, right? I would say it's great to eat raw, right? So a salad, a gourmet one, or anything raw, better for lunch. Why is that? Well, remember I said blood circulation, energy. You're getting that blood circulation and energy around 12. So if you're gonna start eating, why don't you eat a salad? Why don't you eat something raw, right? So you have the grains, beans, you got roots. So right in the morning, you eat you don't eat anything. For lunch, you have a salad or something raw. And there's other recipes of raw foods you can eat. We're not gonna go into that today. We're just talking structure. So now you're like, okay, boom, lunch is better to eat raw food because I want to get the most energized foods, right? So that's why I do a salad with mixed spring mix. I throw the olives and tomatoes, red onions. Sometimes I put avocado. I put the broccoli sprouts. You could sprout your beans and throw it in there. Have some nuts in it. So this salad ain't no iceberg lettuce salad, you know, the stuff you buy from the Cuban shop. I'm talking about high nutrient packed salad with greens. Some people say, you know, I like kale and stuff like that. I don't. I really don't. I don't eat that stuff. And, you know, I don't find kale to be that. So I like the spring mix with baby arugula, and I put the sesame oil. The tribe is gonna get this whole recipe, the whole video. So the tribe, you get all of this stuff. So that's what I'm eating at 12 noon, because I understand that if I eat energizing foods, living foods, I'm gonna add life to my cells, and I'm gonna add energy to my life force. Hence, life force energy. You get what I'm saying? So now you're like, okay, good. Why would I do that? Because 2 p.m. your small intestines start working. By 2 p.m., your small intestine is sorting and absorbing the food. So you ever had like a slug, like you're feeling sluggish right around 2? We call it the hiatus in the black community. Have you ever had the hiatus? The hiatus where you feel like you had to take a hiatus. Right, you have to take a break. The hiatus. So your small and large intestine, your small intestine is working. So now you feel like you need to take a nap. But guess what? If you ate an energizing food, now you have more energy, so you don't feel like you need to take a nap. So now you take a breath, right? So midday around 2, while most people feel like I'm sluggish, you're energized, and then you took a breath, you did some qigong outside, right? So right around 3 to 4, 3 to 5, your energy slowly being restored. If you ate foods that had to be digested, you could be sluggish the whole day. But if you ate living foods, now your intestines are like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then now you took all of that in, and then now you got energy, and then you could go to the bathroom, excrete out your bladder starts operating now. So between 3 and 5, the bladder starts to work, because it's like, yo, I need to, I'm kind of backed up, all the fluids. Now, mining, you've been drinking tea maybe, or all day, you've been drinking tea that's going to, you know, fuel you, clean you out, all that stuff. You've been drinking tea with minimum sugar, so you feel really teed up, right? So by the time you go and your bladder is working, you're just like, hey, I'm just cleaning out. I'm cleaning out the kidneys. I'm letting the kidney do its thing, right? And guess what? Kidney is next, right? So the kidney is like, oh my God, it's between 5 and 7. I'm going to eat some food now, right? The kidney is like, I need some food because I need to start working. So right around 5 to 7, your kidney starts to kick in. So you're like, so I'm saying between 5 and 7, stay in your power, right? The kidney has to do with fear. It has to do with sexual energy. So between 5 and 7, stay in your power, because guess what? So much is being done within you right now that now you're about to eat your dinner, right? So 5, 7, eat your dinner, okay? Because now you're building bone marrow, you're storing nutrients, and this is the time where you're eating. Now, some people say, is dinner between 3 and 4, or what is it? Well, I'm saying this is your body clock, so your kidneys are being operated. Now, you've already been drinking and all the liquids, all the tea for your kidney. It's not like, while lunch is not the time where you should be drinking a bunch of water. Like, knowledge that's not so common is that, hey, I should be drinking while I'm eating. No, you shouldn't be drinking while you're eating. It's actually not good to drink and eat, right? Now, you could eat and sip on some tea, like the heat helps the food go down, help you digest the food. The Chinese found that out. That's why the Chinese drank tea with their food. But by drinking water, think about Think about what's going on. You're chewing a bunch of food and then you're putting water. What happens when you put water on something and leave it? It creates mold, right? So as you eat and you're drinking water, or worse off, you're drinking high fructose corn syrup water, you're literally putting water down with the food. And that's kind of like, it's this is not how what it's really called. It's not like it's causing mold in you, but think of it, it's like molding. It's like molding. So while you eat, you don't want to be drinking a bunch of fluid, right? You should have been doing that all day with your teas or with your vegetable juice. So you eat, and then now you're like, oh, okay, that's good. That's good to know. So now around 7 and 9, this is the time for the pericardium. Now, some of you may be like, I don't know what the pericardium is. Well, it's the tissue on your heart, the protective tissue on your heart. And it has to do with protection. This is the time where, you know, you probably have like some sex between 7 and 9, your pericardium is operating, right? This is the time where you read. This is where you showcase self-love, right? This is where you showcase self-love. You should be doing that all day, but 7 to 9 p.m., that's why I say this is the time where you close off your day, where you do your night routine and show yourself self-love. Reading a book, right? Getting yourself an Epsom salt bath with eucalyptus oil and hot water, of course. You're like, this is the time you do for your self-care. Writing in your journal and reviewing to see, hey, this is what I learned today. These are the things that I experienced. This is happening between 7 and 9. Calling somebody you really love and seeing how their day went and just having that conversation, communication. Or having another communication with God at this point. Meditation, prayer, and just reflection, just sitting still, seeing what's happening within you. So your pericardium is being operating. You can also do this, which is where a location, where one of the meridian for the pericardium is. So just around that time, that's part of the nighttime routine, why you would do that right before you go to sleep. Okay, so between 9 and 11, you should be getting ready to sleep, because what's happening now is the triple burner is getting activated. So now you're balancing, you feeling like you're getting sleepy. Your pineal gland is now starts to say, hey, is it light? Is it dark? Do we need to send out some melatonin to get this person to go and meet with God some more, right? So what do I mean? When you go to sleep, it's almost like you're not in this real world, but you stepped into a different world. So where are you, huh? Where are you? You've just like connected with everything. So now you've slowed down all the way. Your brain waves came from alpha to beta to theta, and then to that deep dreaming sleep. Then you switch from rapid, then you go to REM sleep. You're slowing down, right? Everything is slowing down to go to God again, right? So you wake up in the morning, you slow yourself down so you could go to God. Right when you go to sleep, you slow yourself down to go to God again. Imagine if you started that process and you said, you know what, I want to make this more than just the intermittent fasting, more than just following the body clock. Now I want to be with God 24/7 for 7 days straight. As in, I want to be able to tap into my higher power by letting go of food and getting in touch with the spiritual food. What do I mean by that? For 7 days, I'm going to detox. I'm going to clean out my colon, clear out the small and large intestine, and allow my cells to be fueled by drinking vegetable juice 3 times a day. I'm not going to eat anything else, right? I might have to get some herbs to help me clean the colon. Might have to get me some bee pollen for energy. So you think to yourself, like, there are a couple of things that I might have to do to keep my energy up, but however, I'm going to communicate with God by freeing myself up. Now, today I said how Jesus was on a mountain for 40 days and 40 nights, and how there's something called the Daniel fast. Now, being there for 40 days and 40 nights, you get temptation, right? You start seeing things. You start to question, why am I even doing this, right? But that's because your animal nature, or the mammalian brain, your Jane, is trying to take over your shin. So the more you get spiritually elevated as you fast, there's a pull from your lower self and your higher self. Your higher self is saying, stay strong, keep going, keep going. It's saying, look at what you're gonna do to your body. Your health is gonna be revitalized. Your body, your spirit, you're gonna get all this stuff. And then your body says, your body says, I can't, I don't know. Are you really doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you starving yourself? And then your friend come up to you and say, hey, you're not eating? I mean, why? You're not trying to lose weight. Somebody just told me that yesterday. Why are you fasting this week? You're not trying to lose weight. I told them, I'm fasting because I'm trying to speed up right into 2021 with all the blessings that's available for me. Like, I want to get in touch with God. I want to get in touch with myself. I want to change my life. That's why I'm fasting. So today's day 1. By day 2, you're going to get temptation. You're going to feel like, I don't know if I can do this. But I want you to understand, what is the benefit? Like, what is the benefit of doing this? Like, what if you can lose 15 pounds? Right? How much would that be worth to you? What if you could be more energized? How much would that be worth to you monetarily? What if you can get rid or diminish the effects of some pre-existing conditions that you don't even know that you have? What if you can solve your pre-diabetic complication before you even know about it, just by detoxing your body, right? And you like, okay, I don't want to do 7-day fast. I need to slow down before I can take this responsibility. I'm just inviting you to do an intermittent fasting. Cut off your meal at 8 p.m. and eat again at 12 the next day. And for breakfast, simply juice. The more you do that, the more you will be in touch with you, the more you'll be in touch with your body, and the more you're gonna communicate and have that conversation with God. That's my message, and I'm sticking to it. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. I know this added value to you, and it empowered you one way or the other, but whatever way it educated, empowered, or pushed you, it doesn't really have an effect until you act with the information. Action is acting on what you've learned. So action is saying, how can I respect my body clock today? How can I cut off my time at 8 p.m. And then eat again next day at 12? What can I do to respect my body, right? And then say, okay, hey, Ed, I'd like to get your plan. I'd like to get that program. How can I join this? HolisticLifestyleTribe.com is how you can get access to the accountability that the tribe brings. The tribe is being motivated, empowered, and educated with the specific tools on what to do to keep energized, how to break the fast, and also the motivation and inspiration that not only I bring, but what that other people bring to them. What do I mean by that? As other people do this same change and you watch them make the change, you get more empowered to make the change with them. So that's why they say it's good to go alone, but it's more important, it's more beneficial to go together. It's good to vibe by yourself, but when you vibe with a tribe, you go farther because you're being motivated by other people who are sticking through it. So as we do this 7-day fast, I'm so excited. I'm having my juice right now. Surround yourself with people that's going to motivate you. And if you are in the tribe, you're watching this, motivate the people around you, because that motivation circles back to you and it keeps you motivated, right? It's hard for me to leave the live and go eat something. Very difficult. Why? Because by making a decision, I've activated the God within me, the higher power that says, listen, you know what? You made a dedication to the tribe. You made a dedication to people outside of you. You can't say this and then go in and do something different. So now you can see my skin is shining. That's because I'm drinking the juice. But I know that the benefits are so much better that if I don't drink this juice, I'm gonna feel guilty, one. And B, I won't have the belief to pour into you. So this keeps me accountable just by sharing this with you. So when you join a tribe, what you get is you get a support system of accountability. So all week we've been waking up together, doing exercises together, and then challenging each other, right? So we're all growing in this together. So somebody says, what is the tribe about? You come, you drop your inspiration, you come, you drop your inspiration, and I just facilitated that platform, right? It isn't that, hey, I'm the leader, it's just that I'm the organizer and the leader, but what I do simply is I connect people, right? I've found out that a lot of people who vibe with me are a lot like me. You're interested in holistic health and wellness, you're interested in healing and being the best version of yourself. You're not settling for anything less than manifesting the best that you can. You're no longer focused on the problem, you're focused on finding the solution. You're no longer let anxiety, depression, worry, and fear take over your life. You're actually stepping into the tools and practices to revolutionize. These are the people that are attracted to me, right? I know because I see your profile. I pick your profile pictures. I see what you post, and we vibe a whole lot. And as I find that I attract people who are a lot like me, I thought to myself, it would benefit all of us if we linked up, if we shared ideas about how we're growing, if we shared the challenges we're going through, if we shared the tools and resources, if we affirmed each other, if we poured into each other, we could go farther together. Our businesses can grow, right? As I am a coach myself and I help people, joining a coaching program would benefit you, because now what would happen is you would be surrounding yourself with wellness entrepreneurs who are maybe teaching dance. Like I have Imogen on Thursday coming to the tribe 7 a.m. She's going to show us how to do mindful dance movements that are actually healing. And she actually knows Qigong, so I'm pretty amazed and excited for her to come and show her art. And that's what the tribe is going to be about. The people within the tribe become instructors and get compensated for it along the way. You get to impact the people that impact you, and you get the end. So that's going to be amazing. And then at the same time, the growth is to allow the tribe to coach each other. So if I'm a coach and I'm in the tribe and I found these group of wellness entrepreneurs or seekers of holistic health and wellness to have great information of how they grew their business, I want to join because I want to know, how did you do it, right? And then I want to learn from the people who talk about that. And then at the same time, I understand that, hey, there's someone out there that could benefit from my coaching services. So I'm going to allow people in the tribe to coach other people in it, to mentor each other. So this is the vision, and it's been blessed to me to create it, but it won't happen if you don't participate in it. Now, some people don't know what it's about. The concept sounds good in theory, and you may wonder to yourself, I like this idea. You know, I might rock with that. I might be down with that. In fact, I know a couple of people who would benefit from this. I actually want to invite them to join the tribe. Right now, I have it so affordable. Think about it. If you hired a trainer, even if it was personalized, they would send you workouts. They would send you things you do on your own. A video you watch, they'll send you that. They'll probably give you a nutrition plan, but they wouldn't give you a community, right? And they'll probably give you a outline just so you could figure out your body and your nutrition, but they're not gonna give you something for your mind and your spirit and how to get that clarity, right? So you're not gonna get the meditation portion, and you're definitely not gonna get personal development, interviews with psychologists and all these different extra things, because they're just focusing on the fitness. The difference between an online personal training program and what I have offered here is that one is for one aspect is to achieve a goal, and the other is to become whole, right? One is to achieve a goal, the other is to become whole, right? So the tribe curates the tools, the practices, and the people that will empower you along your holistic journey. And I didn't price it at $250 a month. I didn't price it at $150 a month. I didn't even price it at $100. I priced it at $49.99. And I thought that was very, very fair because it's just as much as a gym membership. And within that, you get live daily Rise and Prime sessions where we have a 10-minute mental health check-in, 20-minute mindful movement, 20-minute personal development, and then a 10-minute reflection. That's how we prime the day to move towards the new day. And then throughout the week, we have master classes. Now, last week, I haven't started any master classes, but this week, we're gonna start master classes where I interview an industry expert. I had a show for the last year. So I've talked to psychologists, social workers, a lot of people in the wellness brand, in the wellness space. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call them back and I'm gonna say, I would like for you to show up to my tribe and do a workshop on A, B, C, D. And you might be wondering, how are we gonna determine the workshop? Well, the tribe determines what you want, right? So the idea is I'm not just gonna go, here. You're gonna say, hey, this is what I'm looking to grow. And then I'm gonna say, I can connect you. I can connect you there. I can connect you there, right? So this is what it's about, right? So we are growing alongside each other. So I'm inviting you to join this week, because if you don't join by January, then it's going to be different. Why is it important to do it before January? Well, what we're doing right now in the tribe is the most amazing thing. And if you wait till January, then you wouldn't have gotten the preparation for the new year, right? So we're about to do the 7-day detox, right? And then after that, we're doing the goal setting. And then we're gonna have a vision board workshop. But then the last 7 days of the year is going to be a 7-day. I'm going to have people come for 7 days that's going to pour life into you. People that look like you, that have similar backgrounds, and I want them to come. And if you're interested in actually being one of those people, you want to do a workshop, just DM me and I'll let you know more about it. Okay, so I didn't curate this because in my heart of heart, I'm just trying to make a living for myself. That's not why I created it. Now, I found out that in order to make a difference, you have to make a living to make a difference. I used to want to help everybody. I ended up helping nobody because at the end of the day, I couldn't even pay my own bills. So I had a mental fog worrying about how to pay bills rather than thinking about how to create this. So this year has been a breakthrough year for me when I really realized that purpose is one thing, but when we formulate the systems and the environments, and then we also get compensated for our purpose, then we have that energy to be able to add value to people. So that's why I started this. That's why it's a membership. That's why I'm charging you. And why else am I charging you $49 for this? Because it's worth it. You get everything you need: nutrition, meditation, community, personal development, and fitness. Today was doing the cha-cha squat, right? Who was in the class? Comment below, how was the cha-cha squat? It was awesome, right? So it's like having a coach on your phone and everything is in an offline network. So there's a separate app, which means you don't have to go to Facebook, Instagram, all that. You just go to a different app where you can be away from all the noise, connect with people, message the members, check out what's going on, post your posts. It's freaking awesome. All right, so I'm inviting y'all to join. It's holisticlifestyletribe.com. All right, this offer is gonna be here. It's going to be here up until December 31st. I was gonna cut it off, but I left it because I realized that I gotta give people space and time to decide. So if you wanna join today, and if you're gonna join, let me know, comment below. I'm ready for this lifestyle, and join us this week 2 of the 21 days of clarity detox challenge, right? So the benefits of joining are things like I just gave some really deep, good information today about the circadian rhythm, your body clock, and allowing yourself space to grow. This video is going to be uploaded to the tribe, and it's only going to be for the tribe. And I want to thank you for watching, for tuning in, for being here. And I want to remind you that the more you step into your power, the more you live in your higher self, is the more you're residing in your godly power to create your life. God does not reside in toxic places. And what I mean by that, as you clean your vessel, which is your body, you allow more space for you to get in touch with the ideas, with the realizations that will change your life. And I'm not talking about God in the sense of the father figure that hits you up in the head for doing wrong, but I'm talking about the compassionate, everlasting, the Most High that forgives you for your mistakes, forgives you for the things against yourself, and guides you on how to get out of it, and tells you and shares with you insights on what you can do. That's when I was talking about the neo, right? I was talking about the brain and how you literally have within you something that's looking and making sure that you are doing what is best for you. All right, so that's what the God within is about. That's my message. I'm sticking to it. Keep living in your power. Keep doing these things. Keep growing. Keep staying empowered. Keep fueling yourself, because this is what's going to get you to the next level. All right, that's my message. I'm sticking to it. Remember, let your light shine. Don't hide it. Don't dim it. Thank y'all for watching. I really, really enjoyed this episode. And if you did too, share it share it to your story, and be like, yo, the Holistic Motivator, tag me in it. And then that's gonna help boost the podcast. Hey, Malawi. So that's going to help boost the podcast just by doing that. And I'm going to ask you again and again and again and again, can you go to my website, edtalksdaily.com/rate, and leave me a review, right? It takes literally 2 seconds, or a minute and 10 seconds. You go to edtalksdaily.com/rate. You leave a review on Apple Podcasts. If I drop a podcast every day on you and you listen to it and you're like, hey, this is valuable, you can say thank you by saying this is valuable. And that's going to allow it to spread and grow. All right, so that is it. Thank you for watching, and just have a great day and keep remaining in your power. Get yourself that beet, celery, ginger, carrot, turmeric juice. Mm, mm, mm. Yes, sir. Thank y'all for watching here.